Hello, this is Ted, and I have been having enormous security problems doing this religious work and kingdom work and also political work and more work, and I'm not making this up. I definitely have had security problems that are enormous, and I'm telling you this. And I have had some loud spiritual meetings with the host, and we've had quite a few conversations and communications in their loud spiritual voices. They can send messages through people to me. They can send messages to me all over the place. They can send messages to me in dreams and visions, and they have. And what they're really trying to say is, Ted, you know, on your first coming, you took it all the way to the limit, and you were even executed by government, and many clamoring to execute you, and you were executed. You had enormous security problems then with people trying to murder you, trying to hit you, that were mafia back then, trying to assassinate you, that were in governments back then, trying to abduct you and plotted to torture you to death, or torture you slowly to death. And then you had the disciples go through everything the disciples went through, including, you know, John the Baptist being beheaded, and that wasn't a disciple, but John the Baptist was beheaded. And you had many of the early Christians receiving persecution, to terrible persecution. Many of them stood their ground, stood firm, stood for what they believed, and were martyred. Therefore, there were many martyrs, and for the last 2,000 years, there were many martyrs that stood for what they believed and were martyred for their beliefs. Therefore, Ted is not going to stop his religious work and kingdom work and political work and more work and run scared. Ted is not going to run out of fear. Ted is not going to be a coward. Ted is not going to stop his work and be intimidated by threats. Ted is not going to be intimidated by people breaking in to any place he has and threaten Ted. Ted is only going to get more security. Like he's going to go to some different spy shops that are actually around, including in this current city that Ted's in, and you can buy these hidden cameras that will record. You can buy hidden infrared or motion detector cameras that will record, that are hidden, and record to a digital device or a DVD, or to a tape, digital or analog tape. You can buy silent alarms that page you to a pager. Ted can carry a pager and it'll page him. Ted can buy all kinds of security also, and he is going to get more security in his studio where he does his internet site development, where he has his offices, his executive offices.